I'm not forgetting anymore. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys. All right, we're gonna wait for everybody to pop on. It is being recorded. I'm gonna post in the group that we're on. All right, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes. I will just wait the 5 minutes for everybody to get in. Today, we're gonna talk about holiday healthy tips, how to get through the holidays. I am putting together a quick ebook that I will be giving everybody, probably not till next week, but it will have recipes and a couple of other things in there. Might be a quiet night, just a couple of us. Seems like it's getting quieter and quieter, which is so not good because accountability is where it's at. I'm tagging people. People that are normally in the meeting, I tagged. I just read the funniest meme. And if you have sons, you'll totally relate to this. Texting your teenage son is like texting a guy who isn't interested in you. That's so funny. Yep, that hit home. I am going to repost that and tag my children.
Tag mine too while you're at it.
I will. Done. All right, I am going to go ahead and get started. If anybody pops on while we're on, awesome. So just quick housekeeping, really quick. And you guys probably were expecting this, I have to imagine. I always want us to start fresh with the new year. And this session would end, I believe, on like the 12th of December or something like that. So once again, my gift to all of you is an extra 2 weeks in this session. So our next session will not start till January. You're welcome. But I'm doing a mini session, a 4-week mini session, because I'm getting a lot of people messaging me and I don't want to start them for 8 weeks and have everybody go in. So you guys get the free 2 weeks. If you have anybody that wants to start the next session, they're going to go in the app on the, I have the exact date so I don't mess it up. I have to go through my notes of what I sent my assistant to remember. First, no, I can't find it. I believe the date is, damn it, I know I mailed her, so hold on 1 second. I'm gonna find it. It's going to start. Okay, here it is. No, that's not it. Okay, the mini session will be 11:25 and through until 12:31 with app access on 11/17 to get comfortable in the app, and it's $69. There are no discounts. If you refer somebody to the program, you'll get $10 credit for your January session. I will be doing a post and sending out emails and stuff like that, but I've had 4 people message me for referrals, which I greatly appreciate. From Sandra, from Amanda, from a bunch of people, Margot, who's not, haven't even really been in the program lately because she's on maintenance. But so I definitely appreciate all the referrals because that's how I get business. And you're welcome. You're very welcome. Everybody's thanking me in the chats. So you guys are welcome. Okay. Next thing is, so I did that. This Saturday, if you're local, I'm going to be speaking at Calogenics. It's a doctor's office. She does like B12 shots. She does all that stuff, but she does do things that I don't 100% agree with, but that's why she's bringing me in. I'm going to be speaking about nutrition from 1 to 2 p.m. It's free. It's in Wellington. I posted about it on my Facebook page, so you guys are more than welcome to come. And then I'm going to be teaching a spin class at Resilient in Wellington on Mondays. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 5:30 p.m. So that's something that's coming up. And then my fashion, fitness, and home goods group is on Facebook. And thank you guys for getting your deals. And have a little bit of anxiety with Black Friday coming up because Amazon messages us every day as affiliates that it's coming and to get ready and get your posts together. And it's like a full-time job and a half. So, and I love that you guys are messaging me and asking for things and I'm finding them for you with the deals, which is so freaking cool. So it's been fun, but it does take work. So it'll be a fun holiday season. Okay. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to close my phone because people are commenting under the, people that have sons are commenting under the post. I guess we're not alone, Stacy, and whoever else has sons in here. Okay. So we're going to talk about holiday eating. And I'm going to start off with, I get it. Holidays are nerve-wracking. And it's very hard to focus on our health and our nutrition. And a lot of times we think that we're going to use fitness as a backup plan. And I was just talking about anxiety about Black Friday. Well, a lot of people get anxiety about the holidays and not so much about the food, but about getting ready for the holidays, preparing and wrapping and having family over. And when that happens, a lot of times we get our anxiety turns into comfort eating. And using that as our comfort, you know. A lot of people, when they stress, they eat. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So, you know, we travel, our schedules change, our kids are home from school, if they go away to college, or you're heading to your home where you grew up. And now you're hanging out with friends that you used to hang out with when you were in college or high school. There's lots of food, there's drinks around. It's challenging to stick to your training and your nutrition routine. And I get it. We are all in the same boat, whether the coach or whether the client. We all go through it. It's totally normal. But you have to remember, holidays are meant to be celebrated. And when we celebrate our holidays, it's a great way to slow down. It's a great way to connect with your family, friends, and loved ones, and know that you can have a treat and enjoy a treat here and there without waking up on January 1st and feeling like, shit, I need to start this all over again. Raise your hand if you could totally relate to all that. Yeah, totally. I mean, I feel like it's everyone, right? Yes, Nicole, totally. So I'm going to go over some holiday misconceptions, and then we're going to talk about some tips and tricks. I have a whole sheet that I typed up for you guys for holiday tips and tricks that I'm going to put in the cheat sheets group. And it kind of sums up everything we're going to talk about, but I'm also going to go over it because some people aren't in the group. Okay. So people are like, well, you know, I have a glass of wine because it helps with my anxiety. Or people will say I had a really shitty day, so, you know, I'm going to drink my wine. So if you feel like you have social anxiety, the best way to overcome that is not having a glass of wine. It's adding a little bit more sleep to your night. I love and hate being social. I am the biggest introverted extrovert you'll ever meet. I will make plans every day of the week. I will go to nothing. It sounds great. I want to be there. I want to hang out. And then when it comes down to it, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't want to go. I don't want to have to say I'm not going to eat that. I don't want to, you know, only have this amount of food. And everybody's going to ask, why aren't you going to have any nachos? And so I get that social anxiety. And there's other ways to get around that. And we're going to talk about that. But if you are that drinker, you need to set a goal for yourself when you go out to drink, when you go out, social parties, a lot of holiday parties, right? Set a drink limit, stick to your drink limit, make sure you track your alcohol correctly, seltzer down your wine, maybe put some ice cubes in your wine, making spiked seltzers might help you. Drink non-alcoholic beverages in between your alcoholic beverages. Have a mocktail on hand. So my holiday happy hour that I hope you guys are all coming to, I posted the invitations in the app. There's an event that you guys were all invited to. We're going to have mocktails, cocktails of the like. So both, just so you guys can have the opportunity. Maybe talk to the person that the house you're going to or the party you're going to and let them know, listen, I just don't want you to get frustrated with me because I'm not going to have a lot to drink. You know, I want to be able to remember this tomorrow. I don't want to be that person walking around falling drunk. You don't have to tell them why you're doing it. Just let them know I'm only going to have 1 or 2 drinks and I'm going to cut myself off. A lot of times what I will do is I will make myself the DD. And then you don't have a choice. And people will be like, well, you could Lyft, you can Uber. Don't make that decision. Drive to the party, decide you're going to be the DD, and then drive home. I do that every night. I'm always the DD. Even when we Uber, because I don't want to drive far at night, I'm still the DD. It just makes me feel more in control of me and then also of my goals. So visiting, next one, misconception, visiting family, you have to enjoy your childhood favorite foods and treats. How many of you, your mom would say, my mom doesn't cook, so that's not a good example, but how many of you will go visit your parents' house and your mom's like, oh, I made you your favorite desserts. Oh, I made you your favorite mac and cheese, like all those things, right? Don't let that happen. I have a friend, Jerry. It's not even a holiday. And he'll text me and I could show you the pictures. I made this tonight. I'm going to bring you some. It's your favorite mac and cheese. Or the other night, I know how you love Brussels sprouts. So I made it with feta cheese and this other crap. I'm like, no, I like Brussels sprouts alone. But he's that person. If you go to his house, he's going to make you your favorite dish. And you can only eat your favorite dish so many times, right? We're going to talk about the 3-bite rule too, remind me. So think about the foods or identify the foods that you don't ever have access to, except when you go to this place. And allow yourself to maybe not track it. Allow yourself to have 3 bites, 3-bite rule. You taste it, you savor it, you take the last bite to say goodbye to it. 3-bite rule. Taste, savor, bye. And then don't think about it. It works. Has anybody tried it? Stacey, have you tried it? Yeah. I can't ask anybody else because I know Kathy didn't know about it. Oh, there. Danae said she tried it and Nicole tried it. Okay, good. Thanks for showing up. Just kidding. You eat your food. Okay. Think about removing that thought of it's off limits. When something's off limits, what's the first thing you want to do? And what's the only thing you think about? Right? It's the shit that's off limits. So don't allow yourself to have an off limit item. 3-bite rule. And we're going to talk about ways that you can use the 3-bite rule by still being good. Because you only get to use your 3-bite rule twice per meal. Per day. Because Thanksgiving, sometimes you have more than one meal, right? You got to go to a couple of people's houses. I stopped that and made everybody come to our house. My son's girlfriend, all her family, like everybody comes here. Focus on the people and the activities. Think about when you're going to somewhere, you're going to hang out with those people. You're going to see people that you haven't seen in a while, whether you're traveling, whether they're coming to your house. My happy hour, I want you guys, it's about people, to everybody to meet each other. It's not about what you guys are bringing or what's going to be at the party to eat. Remember what the holidays are for: celebrating family, friends, and loved ones. Not about the pumpkin pie, the apple pie. Because if you put yourself in that mind frame, that's all I care about is getting that pumpkin pie or whatever it is, then you're going to always be in that mind frame. That we had a dinner party on Saturday night, and one of the ladies was saying how she makes a pumpkin pie a la mode cheesecake. So there's no ice cream. It's cheesecake topped with pumpkin pie. And she was saying that's all she could think about for Thanksgiving. I was like, well, are your sons coming down? Are your daughters coming? Are your grandchildren coming? She's like, yeah, they'll all be there. I was like, okay, well, let's flip it. People hate coming to my house, by the way, for dinner parties, but let's flip it and let's think about how you're excited about all that. And maybe not think about what you're making, but allow yourself to have 3 bites. Nicole just said, not going to lie, that sounds really good. And it might be, I don't know. We're actually going to their house for dinner in January, and I requested her not. We have dinner clubs, so you rotate every month. I requested her not to make that. Because I would probably want to try it also. You just have to. Okay. Big social gatherings make it hard to keep track of how much you're eating. 100%, right? Because you pick, you look, you do. So don't put anything on your plate until you looked at all the options. If you have a smorgasbord, oh, hi, Nicole. Look, we match. No, other one, yep. If you go to a place that has a buffet, look at everything. Don't just start piling it on your plate. Evaluate. Out of these 30 things on this buffet, what are the 5 things I really need to have? And out of those 5 things, what are the 2 things that I'm going to do the 3-bite rule? And what are the other 3 things that I'm going to take a big tablespoon of and enjoy it? The best part about macros is if you fuck up, you get right back in it. There's no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do it. And you guys see it. If you guys watch me on camera and you go back to past videos, you'll be like, oh, Shannon was probably up a pound or 2 there. Oh, Shannon looks really lean there. Like, Nicole's like, no, we don't. But yes, it does happen. Like, I am just like you guys. I totally screw up. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I mean, I'm going to have this. Or when I got back from Italy, I was so sick, had my injured rib, didn't get to have everything I wanted while I was in Italy because I felt like crap. So I was like, oh, and she's wearing an OG shirt. Go, Nicole. So when I got back, I was like, you know what? I deserve this. And Mike went to Joseph's and got cannoli cake. Not cannolis, but cake cannoli. You know what I'm talking about? There's layers of cannoli cream in between. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to have it. And I woke up the next morning and I did gain weight, but it wasn't fat. It was just water weight. And then I got right back into tracking my macros, left a little bit on the table, left the, my 10-10 on the table. I didn't get close to it. I left the 10 carbs. I left the 10 fats or 8 fats, and I ate all my protein. And I was right back to where I was. So you can do that. And we're going to talk about, remind me, someone put this in their notes to remind me about, I don't want to say hoarding, but hoarding macros. Stacey, you have notes there? Okay, perfect. All right. Fill your plate with lean protein and vegetables, and then let yourself digest before you go for another side or dessert. Because a lot of times our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, right? And then you feel bad leaving it on leaving it on your plate because this person went to all this hard work to have it. So do the right thing, protein, vegetables, maybe one side, and then see how you feel. And then if you want, go back up. Chances are you're not going to indulge as you normally would. You do not have to track your food for a holiday. Instead, focus on choices. So, you want to have a drink and you want to have dessert. Grab smaller portions of the higher carbs and higher fat foods. You guys have been doing this for at least 4 weeks. At least 4 weeks for the new people. Some of you have been doing it for 3 or 4 years with me. That's okay. I've been doing it with myself for a very long time too. We all know what's high fat. We all know it's high carbs, right? So take smaller portions, maybe 1 scoop, 1 little tablespoon of that potatoes au gratin that you would normally take 2 because you want to have a drink before dinner. And remember, failing to prepare is preparing to be a failure. So you have to prepare, just like you're planning every day your food. It is the same thing going to a party. So now I'm going to talk about some things and how to respond to it that you're going to hear from people. Why are you tracking your food? It's the holidays. How many times have you heard that? Why are you tracking food? It's my birthday. It's your birthday. It's whatever. All you have to say is, I like to stay aware of what I'm intaking. And even when celebrating, it helps me feel in control. I use that almost every weekend. Why don't you have a glass of wine with us? Because I like to feel in control. I like to know when I wake up Sunday morning what I did Saturday night. You can eat cookies. I thought your diet wasn't very strict. Well, I'm not on a diet and it's flexible. And they're amazing cookies, so try one. They're my favorite. Put it on them. Let them gain the weight. Who cares? Not you. Why are you always working out? You can take a break sometimes. All you have to reply back is, yeah, I could take a break and I could skip it if I wanted to. But it makes me feel good. So why would I do that? I use that one a lot too. I also use that one a lot because people say I work too much all the time, every day. And I always say, but I love what I do. So I'm never going to not do 15 different jobs. It's just who I am. Wow, you're only having one plate? You're not going back up to have more of that mac and cheese or the favorite thing that your mom made? Yep. I feel really good. I totally ate everything I wanted to eat. I'm not super full. I feel satisfied and I'm going to feel really good when I go home later. How many people want to like unbutton their pants? They're like, oh, I need to go for a 12-mile walk now, right? Who wants to feel like that? No one. Someone says to you, wow, you probably never eat. You cleaned your plate. I get that all the time too. You ate so fast and there's nothing left on your plate. I'm like, yeah, first of all, I'm hungry because I didn't eat all the snacks during the day that normal people would eat. I saved my food for when I knew I was going to eat for dinner, and it was really good. So that's why my plate is licked clean. Why do you think our animals, our dogs, lick their bowls clean? They might eat once or twice a day. They wait to eat all their food, right? And they don't leave anything because it's really good and they know they're not getting anything else. Think of it that way. You're not going to get anything else. Eat your food, enjoy it, let them know it was awesome. Those are really great tips. I'm going to put that in my little ebook that I'm putting together for you guys. Okay, so a couple of tips and tricks. When you're headed to a get-together, bring your own macros-friendly dessert. Know what's in it. I do that all the time. I don't cook. We've already had this conversation, but I do make parfaits. So I always bring a light Cool Whip with, blueberries, like Cool Whip, raspberries, like Cool Whip, strawberries. But everybody's like, oh, that's so boring. It doesn't look like desserty. So I put graham cracker crumbs on top. But I know what I'm doing. So when I eat it, I don't feel bad. Or bring a side dish that you know what's in it. You know the macros. Bring a drink. Bring a mocktail that you can have. Track that ahead of time of what you know you're bringing or what's there. Fill up with protein and veggies first. Don't be afraid to be the person who cuts dessert in half and brings the rest home for later. You don't have to eat it all at the dinner. Take it home with you. Or say you're taking it home with you and just put it in the trash. I've done that too. Have a plan. Prep healthy meals and snacks that you can grab when things get busy, when you're wrapping presents, right? You're up till midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, getting all your shit together. Have healthy snack foods out. Cut up cucumbers. Make yourself a Greek yogurt dip with your cucumbers. Wow, this meeting's going really long. I didn't realize I was talking so much. I still have 10 minutes. I'm going to talk fast to go into 40 minutes. So have a plan. Think ahead of your special events and prioritize so that you can be more flexible. And when you know you can dial it in. I totally do that. Are you trying to pull somebody into the picture? It looks like she is. Is it an animal? Oh, your dog has his toy or something. Is that what it is? Okay. I thought she was like pulling somebody's arm. Pick your favorite holiday meal or treat and create a recipe for yourself in your app. So you don't have to look for it. You know exactly what's in it. You got to use your own recipe tracker. Like you can't pull somebody's pumpkin pie that was logged and use it. It's not going to work because you have no idea what they're using in their pumpkin pie or their mac and cheese or their potatoes au gratin. Can you tell I have like a one-track mind today of mac and cheese? I love mac and cheese. Try not to go to any of your meals hungry. I always have a Greek yogurt before I leave for an event. Whether we go to the Kravitz Center, the Broward Center, whether we go to somebody's house, I'm always eating. And Mike's like, why are you eating? We're going to eat when we get there. Yeah, but I don't want to eat as much. And I know it's 20 grams of protein, so I'm good. I won't feel as bad when I go down there and eat something else. Willpower decreases as hunger increases. Keep that in mind. So the more hungry you are, the less willpower you will have. Okay. Stick to your norms during the holiday season. If you always get up and go for a walk or run in the morning, don't skip it because you're not working that day. Make it a little bit later. But you got to stick to your norms. Our schedules all shift. So maybe your training times are going to be different. Put it as an appointment and make sure you get there. If there's something you want on your calendar, and it has to be something that's consistent. It can't be every week you give me different days. But if every Monday you take a step class and you want that on your to-do list, I can add that to your personal calendar. If every Monday you come and take or every Tuesday, Thursday, you come take my spin class at UFit, I can put that on your calendar. This way, you know you're going to be consistent with it. Make sure you focus on things that you can focus on, like fitness. So maybe every day that you're on vacation, if you go to a family for the holidays, you are getting in 30 minutes of walking every day if you can't get to the gym. Get your steps in. At least you know you can do that so you don't feel guilty that you're not going to the gym and working out. Bring your bands with you. Resistance bands. Commit to doing those things while you're away. So maybe if you know you're going away, Marjorie can say to me, hey, Shannon, I'm going to New Jersey for 7 days. Out of those 7 days, I'm going to work out 3 of those days. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to hold you accountable. You need to message me or track your workout so I can see that you did it. We're adults. We're going to all be honest, right? I don't have to go with you on your vacation. Although I would love to go with everybody on their vacations. We're not going to do that. So your normal days add up versus your bad days. November and December is 61 days. If you had 3 days for special occasions and you have 1 week vacation, that means 54 out of the 61 days, you weren't on point, right? But that's 89% of 100. So that's okay. You're still going to reach your goals if you're being focused on those outside days. And I'm going to put that in the book too, in the ebook. In the ebook, I'm going to have body weight holiday travel workout. I've already wrote it out. And there's like 10 different options, like Russian twists, like different things that you can do on your own if you can't get to a gym. And then I also have a simple gym workout. And I have strength with rounds. I have strength with AMRAP, which means as many rounds as possible. So those are all going to be in the ebook that I'm having Julie. I have a virtual assistant that lives in the Philippines. I don't know if you guys know that. It'll be a year since January. She actually does all my posts too. So if you see me that I'm at work and you're like, how is Shannon posting? She actually does them. So that's going to be in the ebook as well. And then I have recipes that are going to go in the ebook really quick. Roasted butternut squash and cranberries. Spinach and artichoke hummus. Festive eggnog. These are all going to have the macros. So the eggnog will be mocktail and cocktail. A strawberry mojito. Rosemary and orange gin fizz. That one's going to be mocktail and cocktail. Simple roasted turkey. One pan hummus, crusted chicken and veggies. I bet Stacy, you would love that. Hummus crusted. Apple and sausage stuffing, mashed cauliflower, sweet potato mash, apple cranberry crisp, pumpkin pie bites, and that's it. So those are the recipes that are gonna be in the ebook as well. I have Julie working on it for me for the event that I'm doing on Saturday. But I'll have that for you guys to download before the holidays. So that is our meeting. Hopefully you guys got a lot of good information. Oh, I did say I was gonna go through the tips real quick. And then there was something Stacy had to remind me about.
Yeah, I was just saying, don't forget hoarding macros.
Oh, yeah. So let's say, and don't do this a lot, but let's say you know you have this huge wedding event, holiday coming on Saturday, and you want to save some carbs and fats. You can do that up to 2 days. So Thursday and Friday, you hold on to maybe 20 grams of carbs or fats or both, and you use them on Saturday. You have to be mindful of that. Because when I see that you're tracking, you went over, you have to say to me, oh, it's because I went under on Thursday and Friday. You'll see it in my log. She wants kisses. So you guys have to be mindful of that. You could only do that once a year. It is reserved for either a birthday, a holiday, a wedding. Why twice? What's twice? Oh, I mean, what am I going to do if you do it twice, right? I'm your coach. I don't live with you. But I will see it and I will call you out on it. If you're not getting a shout out one day and you're like, oh no, I'm holding it for the next day. Or you don't get a shout out because you went over. Oh no, I reserved it from 2 days ago. So you guys got to be really mindful of what you're doing, but you can do that. It is called macros hoarding, but shit happens. I do it sometimes on a Saturday itself. I won't eat anything except protein. And then at night I'll wait and have all my carbs because I know when I was away and I knew I was going to drink, so I would do that for my alcohol. Now I'm back and I don't drink again for a whole year, but that's another story. Okay. So don't skip meals. Make sure you bring your healthy dish. Choose your splurges. Think about having a very colorful plate, fruits and vegetables. Choose your drinks wisely, such as water, seltzers, that kind of thing. Visit people, not the food, right? Move away from the buffet table when you're socializing. We have a habit of eating. Say no to the food pushers. We talked about that. Savor your seasonal treats because you can only get them once a year. A lot of them. Eat until you're satisfied, not stuffed, and don't feel guilty. So I'm going to post the thing I typed up and put it in the cheat sheet group. And then I'm going to work on the ebook with Julie and get that out for you guys. So next Wednesday, I'm going to be at the Pink concert. Do you guys feel comfortable? And I'm staying there overnight with Christina. She's in the group too, but so she's the one I went away with to Miami. So do you guys want to have the meeting on Monday evening or do you want to skip it next week? Raise your hand Monday. Skip it. All right, I'm going to do a vote because it was kind of both. So I'm going to do a vote in the group because I don't mind having it on Monday. It's 30 minutes of your day, right? We can do it at 7 o'clock, not 7:15. All right, we're doing it Monday. I decided just because I don't want to be without a meeting and it makes me stay on focus too. So we're going to do it Monday. Monday's the meeting. I'm going to post it in the group because I will be at the Pink concert.